Hi everyone, Shyamanand here from Hyper Automobiles, and what we have here today is a 2022 Kia Seltos. I'm going to show you around the exterior, the interior, the boot and the engine, and I'm going to deliver my final verdict on the Kia Seltos. Now let's get started. Starting off the review by talking about the design of the Kia Seltos. So you get Kia's classic tiger nose grille along with a chrome bar with 3D effects on it, which connects both the headlamps. Now you might think that the chrome bar over here is a part of the whole DRL setup of the car, but no, you get the DRLs along with the halogens over here, beneath which you get strong projector headlamps and projector fog lamps. There's also quite a bit of fakery, I must say. As you can see, a lot of these vents are closed, only the ones down below are open. The bonnet too has strong creases on it to help with the aggressive look of the car. Now coming to the side of the Kia Seltos, you get chrome door handles, chrome for the door borders and extensive chrome treatment for the door claddings. As for the wheels of the car, you get decent looking alloys for this variant, and this is the HTK Plus variant. However, you get better alloys for the higher variants. The same goes for the tire sizes. For the HTK Plus, you get 205/65 R16s as standard and you cannot upgrade them. However, for the higher variants like the HTX or the GT line, you get 17s and 18s respectively. For the HTK Plus variant, you do get all 4 disc brakes. Now coming over to the rear of the Kia Seltos, you get a shark fin antenna, a small integrated rear spoiler which houses the brake lights, and a cool set of wraparound tail lights with chrome treatment on their borders. Just like in the front, you have a lot of fakery, especially for the fake exhausts. Overall though, I really like the design of the Kia Seltos. It looks very aggressive. At the same time, it doesn't look overdone too. Now, it's time to jump inside the interior. Coming to the interior of the Kia Seltos, I must say that the design of the dash is a little drab according to me. The pattern on the dash is very similar to that of the Kia Carens. You can't see it on this particular car because it has not been completely unwrapped yet. As for the infotainment system, you get an 8-inch one for the lower variants and a 10.25-inch infotainment system with all digital controls for the higher variants. And coming to the instrument cluster, you get an analog tachometer and speedometer with a 3.5-inch small screen in the middle. The climate controls too have physical buttons in this variant. As for my comfort, I would say that I have just about enough headroom and people over 6 foot may find it a little difficult over here. However though, you can change the height of the seats manually. That is excellent. But one thing you can't change is the under thigh support of the seats. And I'm close to 5'8", 5'9", and my under thigh support is not that great. Now coming to the practicality in the front, I have my 1 liter Hyper water bottle over here and I'm going to try to fit it in the door bins. Yes, it fits perfectly. You also have twin cup holders behind the gear lever and it fits perfectly there too. You have a decently sized glove box which is not too deep according to me. Also, just below the center console, you have a 12-volt power socket and 2 USB-B ports. You also have some more extra storage over here. There is also a sunglass holder and 2 reading lights with a 1-panel electric sunroof. And finally, there is some more storage under the center armrest. You have grab handles, 2 reading lights, twin air vents, and below that some storage space. You have decently sized door bins, but you don't have any back pockets behind the seats, which is kind of weird. You get back pockets only for higher variants. That is ridiculous. You also get manual sun blinds. As for myself, I have a good amount of headroom as you can see, and that's partly because of the cutout in the roof for the headroom. That's really helping me. Knee room and leg room is good too, although just like in the front, under thigh support is a bit of a concern. It's just not too good. The middle seat does not get a headrest, but the hump in the floor is also very low. So you can fit a third person over here, although that person would be a little cramped for the journey. Also, the middle seat is a little bit too upright compared to the ones on the sides, and it's also a little firm. Now coming to the boot of the Kia Seltos, you get a pretty low load lip so you can load things easily. As you can see, you also have a removable parcel shelf. You can also fold the rear seats down. They go down completely and it's almost flat. So what you get here is 433 liters of boot space, which is the same as its sister company's Creta. As for the suspension setup of the car, you have McPherson struts with coil springs at the front and coupled torsion beam axle with coil springs at the back. Now it's time for the engine. Now coming to the engine of the Kia Seltos, so this particular variant, the HTK Plus, has arguably the most popular engine in the whole Seltos range. So you get a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated inline-4 petrol engine that produces 113 horsepower and 144 Newton meters of torque. And to be honest, those are very average numbers. You also get a 1.4 liter turbo petrol engine and a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated diesel engine. Now, coming to the final verdict of the car, what do I think of the Kia Seltos? So, it does miss out on a lot of key features like the panoramic sunroof and a 360-degree camera, for example, among many others to its competitors like the Creta. Also, the lower variants of the Seltos are very poorly feature loaded. It's almost as if there's no point in having the lower variants around. On the bright side, however, if you do get the higher variants of the Seltos, you get features loaded up to the brim. And, of course, the design looks astonishing. Anyway, that's what we think about the car. What do you think about the car? Let us know in the comments below. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel because it's going to be really helpful to us. And come on, it's just a button away. Do it. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next week. Goodbye.